Welcome back to our channel, where we explore the hidden gems in your pocket change and the rich history behind America's most iconic coins. Today, we're diving into the world of the 1977 Lincoln cent. The coin that millions of people have handled but few truly appreciate. Whether you're a collector, a history enthusiast, or just curious about the value of this coin, we'll take you on a journey through its fascinating story, its place in numismatic history, and its potential worth today. So, get ready to uncover the secrets of the 1977 penny, a coin that might just be worth far more than 1 cent. To understand the importance of the 1977 Lincoln cent, we need to look at the broader context of U.S. coinage in the 1970s. The Lincoln cent has been a cornerstone of American currency since 1909, when it was introduced to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor D. Brenner, this was the first U.S. coin to feature a president's portrait. By the time we reached 1977, the Lincoln cent had undergone some changes but remained a fixture in everyday life. The United States was dealing with the effects of inflation and economic instability following the end of the Vietnam War and the 1973 oil crisis. During this time, the U.S. Mint continued to produce pennies in large numbers to meet the demands of commerce, especially from its Denver branch, hence the D Mint mark on the 1977 penny. The 1977 Lincoln cent was minted in large quantities at the Denver Mint, which had been operational since 1906 and played a key role in producing coins for circulation in the western United States. Even though the coin doesn't commemorate any major events, its significance lies in the economic conditions of the time and the enduring importance of the penny as a symbol of the nation's monetary system. Let's take a closer look at the physical design of the 1977 Lincoln cent, which carries both historical and aesthetic significance. The obverse features the iconic bust of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor D. Brenner in 1909. Above Lincoln's head is the inscription "I in God We Trust," a motto added to U.S. coins beginning in the 1860s. To the left of Lincoln's profile is the word "Liberty," symbolizing the fundamental principles of the American nation. The year 1977 is placed on the right side, directly below the mint mark D for Denver. The reverse side of the coin features the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo, which had been part of the penny's design since 1959. The words United States of America are inscribed at the top, while the denomination 1 cent is displayed at the bottom. Between these inscriptions is the Latin phrase E pluribus unum, meaning out of many one, a reference to the unity of the states. If you look closely, you can see the tiny statue of Abraham Lincoln seated inside the memorial, a remarkable design detail that pays tribute to Lincoln's legacy. The 1977 penny, like other pennies from 1962 to 1982, was made of 95% copper and 5% zinc. This composition is important because copper prices have risen since 1977, making the melt value of older pennies higher than their face value. While the 1977 Lincoln cent may seem like a common coin, it holds special importance as part of a broader narrative in U.S. coinage. This was a period of economic challenge, with inflation affecting the purchasing power of the dollar. Even though the penny's face value remained 1 cent, its copper content made it worth slightly more than that in material value. The 1970s also marked a period of political change in America, with issues like the aftermath of the Watergate scandal, rising inflation, and social transformations. Coins like the 1977 Lincoln cent were produced during these turbulent times and became symbols of American resilience. Though they may not commemorate a specific historical event, they are tokens of everyday life in the U.S. during the late 20th century. Now, let's address the burning question on everyone's mind: what is the value of the 1977 Lincoln cent today? Is it worth more than 1 cent? For most 1977 pennies that you find in circulation, their value will be close to face value, about 1 cent. Since the Denver Mint produced over 4.1 billion Lincoln cents in 1977, these coins are not particularly rare. However, due to the 95% copper content, the melt value of these pennies is around 2 to 3 cents, which is higher than face value. Keep in mind that it is illegal to melt down pennies for their copper content, but this does add a layer of intrinsic value. The real value for collectors lies in the condition of the coin. A 1977 D penny in uncirculated or mint state MS condition can be worth significantly more than face value. In MS65 condition, these coins are worth around 2 to 5. In higher grades, such as MS66 or MS67, values can rise to 30 or more. Collectors prize these higher grade coins for their luster and detail. As with any collectible, condition is key, and finding a well-preserved example of a 1977 D Lincoln cent can lead to substantial value increases. One of the most exciting aspects of collecting Lincoln cents is the possibility of error coins. Some 1977 D pennies have been found with minting errors such as die cracks, off-center strikes, or doubled dies. These errors can make a common penny much more valuable, with prices ranging from $50 to several $100 depending on the type and severity of the error. 1. Condition: uncirculated and high-grade mint state coins command the highest prices. 2. Error coins: unique errors make the coin more desirable to collectors and can dramatically increase its value. 3. Copper content: the copper in pre-1982 pennies, including the 1977 D, makes them valuable for their metal content alone. Even though billions of 1977 D Lincoln cents were minted, this coin holds a special place in many collectors' hearts. Here's WH. 1. Historical significance: as part of the Lincoln cent series, which is the longest-running design in U.S. coinage history, the 1977 D penny is a continuation of a rich tradition. Collectors appreciate its role in the American numismatic landscape. 2. Copper content: the fact that the 1977 D is part of the last era of predominantly copper pennies makes it appealing. After 1982, pennies switched to a mostly zinc composition, making pre-1982 pennies, including the 1977 D, more desirable due to their copper content. 3. Potential for errors: collectors are always on the hunt for rare error coins. The 1977 D penny has produced some interesting varieties, and those lucky enough to find a mint error could be holding a coin worth hundreds of dollars. 4. Affordability for new collectors: because circulated examples of the 1977 D penny are still common, this coin is an excellent entry point for new collectors. It's easy to find and affordable, yet it still has the potential to increase in value, especially in higher grades or if you come across an error coin. In conclusion, the 1977 D Lincoln cent may seem like an ordinary penny, but it's far from it. This coin is a piece of American history, minted during a time of economic uncertainty, yet still serving as a symbol of resilience and stability. With its copper composition, potential for rare errors, and historical significance, the 1977 D penny remains a favorite among collectors. If you have any 1977 D pennies lying around, it might be time to check their condition, as even a common penny can hold significant value in the right circumstances. Remember, rare errors, uncirculated grades, and the copper content all contribute to the potential worth of this coin. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next deep dive into the fascinating world of coin collecting. And remember, always keep an eye on your pocket change, because you never know when a valuable coin might be hiding in plain sight. Welcome back to our channel, where we dive deep into the world of coins, uncovering hidden treasures, rich history, and valuable collectibles. Today, we're going to discuss a coin that might be sitting in your pocket or jar at home: the 1979 Lincoln cent, also known as the 1979 Liberty 1 cent coin. While it may seem like just another penny, this coin has an intriguing story, and it could be worth more than you think. So, whether you're a collector or just curious, stay tuned as we explore the history, significance, and value of the 1979 Lincoln cent. The 1979 Lincoln cent is part of the long-running series that began in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. The Lincoln cent became the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure, a significant departure from earlier coins that depicted allegorical figures such as liberty. In 1979, the U.S. was dealing with economic challenges, including inflation and an energy crisis. Despite these turbulent times, the U.S. Mint continued its production of Lincoln cents to meet the demand for coins in circulation. With the U.S. economy struggling, the penny remained an essential tool for everyday transactions. The Lincoln cent, with its long history and symbolic value, was already a key fixture in American numismatics. By the time the 1979 cent rolled off the presses, the coin had undergone several design and composition changes since its introduction in 1909. In 1959, the reverse of the coin was changed to feature the Lincoln Memorial in honor of the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, replacing the original wheat ears design. The production of the 1979 Lincoln cent took place at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. The Philadelphia Mint without a mint mark produced over 6 billion coins, while the Denver Mint, denoted by a D mint mark, produced over 4.1 billion. Additionally, the San Francisco Mint marked with an S produced proof versions of the 1979 penny, specially made for collectors. These proof coins are notable for their sharp strikes and mirror-like finishes, making them highly sought after by numismatists. The sheer volume of these coins means that they are relatively common in circulation. However, certain factors such as condition, minting errors, and specific varieties can make individual coins stand out from the crowd. The obverse of the 1979 Lincoln cent continues to feature the iconic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor D. Brenner. This image has become one of the most enduring symbols in American coinage. The year 1979 is located to the right of Lincoln's portrait. The motto "I in God We Trust" is inscribed at the top, with liberty on the left side of the coin. The reverse depicts the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. If you look closely, you can even see a tiny depiction of the statue of Lincoln sitting in the memorial's center. Above the Lincoln Memorial is the inscription United States of America, while the denomination 1 cent is located below the memorial. Between these inscriptions is the phrase E pluribus unum, Latin for out of many, one. The 1979 Lincoln cent is composed of 95% copper and 5% zinc, making it part of the pre-1982 pennies that are valued for their higher copper content. This detail is essential when assessing the coin's intrinsic value. The value of a 1979 Lincoln cent depends on its condition, mint mark, and whether any notable minting errors are present. Let's break down the different types of values associated with this coin. In circulated condition, a 1979 Lincoln cent usually holds little premium over face value. With billions minted, finding a worn example in your change isn't uncommon. However, due to the copper content, even circulated coins have a melt value of about 2 to 3 cents. Coins that have been preserved in mint condition, without any wear or tear, are significantly more valuable. A 1979 Lincoln cent graded MS-65 or MS-66 on the Sheldon scale can be worth between 5 and 10. At higher grades, such as MS-67 or above, these coins can fetch 100 or more, depending on demand and market conditions. Proof coins, produced at the San Francisco Mint, are struck with specially prepared dies and polished planchets, giving them an extraordinary finish. These coins were never meant for circulation and were sold directly to collectors. A 1979 S-proof Lincoln cent, especially in high grades, PR69 or PR70, can be worth anywhere from 10 to 50. As with most coins, error varieties are where the 1979 Lincoln cent can command much higher premiums. Some of the most common errors include off-center strikes, die breaks, or doubling in the letters or numbers known as doubled dies. Depending on the type of error and the coin's condition, these error coins can range in value from $50 to several $100. The 1979 Lincoln cent, like all pre-1982 pennies, is composed of 95% copper. With rising copper prices, the intrinsic metal value of these coins has increased. While it is illegal to melt down pennies for their copper content, the metal value of a 1979 cent is still higher than its face value, making it a popular target for those stockpiling copper pennies for potential future gains. While the 1979 Lincoln cent is not considered rare, it holds a significant place in the world of coin collecting. Many collectors aim to assemble complete sets of Lincoln cents, which means every year, including 1979, has value. Collecting high-grade examples of the 1979 Lincoln cent is a common pursuit, especially among those looking to build high-quality collections of pre-1982 copper pennies. The year 1979 is particularly interesting to collectors because it marks one of the final years before the U.S. Mint switched to a predominantly zinc composition in 1982. As such, the copper content adds an extra layer of interest and collectability to this coin. Proof coins from 1979, especially in high grades, are highly coveted for their impeccable detail and luster, making them a prized possession in any collection. Moreover, era coins from this year are rare but command a premium when found. Even if the 1979 Lincoln cent isn't going to make you an overnight millionaire, it's definitely worth holding on to these coins for several reasons. The Lincoln cent is one of the most recognizable coins in the world, and the 1979 penny is part of that enduring legacy. As mentioned earlier, the copper value alone makes this coin worth more than face value. If the laws ever change to allow melting down of pennies, copper stockpiles like these could be very valuable. High-grade coins or era varieties from 1979 can fetch significant sums on the collector's market. Even proof coins from this year are widely sought after by numismatists. The 1979 Lincoln cent might seem like just another penny, but its historical significance, copper content, and collectible potential make it a fascinating coin to own. Whether you're new to coin collecting or a seasoned veteran, holding on to your 1979 pennies could be a rewarding experience in the future. Keep an eye out for those mint-state examples and rare errors that could add significant value to your collection. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed learning about the 1979 Lincoln cent, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future coin discoveries. Let us know in the comments if you have a 1979 Lincoln cent in your collection, or if you'd like to see another coin featured in our next video. Happy collecting! Welcome back, coin enthusiasts! Today, we're exploring a pivotal year in U.S. coinage history, the 1982 Lincoln cent, also known as the 1982 Liberty 1 cent coin. This year wasn't just another ordinary year for the penny. It was a year that saw one of the most significant changes in the history of U.S. coin production, affecting the value and collectability of the 1982 Lincoln cent. Whether you're a casual collector or a seasoned numismatist, this video will take you through the fascinating history, the variety of coins produced in 1982, and how these coins could be worth more than just 1 cent. Let's dive in. The 1982 Lincoln cent marked a major turning point in the U.S. Mint's history due to the rising costs of producing copper coins. For over 150 years, U.S. cents had been made primarily from copper, with the Lincoln cent containing 95% copper and 5% zinc since 1962. However, by the early 1980s, the value of copper had increased significantly, and the cost of producing each penny was approaching, and at times exceeding, the 1 cent face value. This led the U.S. Mint to take a drastic step, changing the composition of the penny from predominantly copper to a cheaper zinc core with a thin copper plating. 1982 was the transition year when both copper and zinc cents were minted, creating a unique situation for collectors and making 1982 one of the most complex and interesting years for Lincoln cents. The 1982 Lincoln cent is unique because it was struck in 2 different compositions: 95% copper, 5% zinc. These coins are known as bronze cents and were the traditional composition before the change. 99.2% zinc, 0.8% copper plating. These newer cents have a zinc core with a copper-plated surface. The U.S. Mint transitioned from bronze to zinc in mid-1982, but because of this, both types of coins were produced that year, making it an intriguing year for collectors. Additionally, the Mint produced coins with both large dates and small dates for both compositions, meaning there are 7 different varieties of the 1982 penny. This has added an extra layer of complexity and collectability to the 1982 Lincoln cent. Varieties of the 1982 Lincoln cent. 1. 1982 copper large date. 2. 1982 copper small date. 3. 1982 zinc large date. 4. 1982 zinc small date. 5. 1982 D copper large date Denver Mint. 6. 1982 D zinc large date Denver Mint. 7. 1982 D zinc small date Denver Mint. Each of these varieties has its own unique characteristics, and finding all of them in top condition is a goal for many collectors. The familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor D. Brenner, is featured on the obverse. This design has been in use since 1909, and it remains iconic. The year 1982 is inscribed to the right of Lincoln's profile. The mint marks for 1982 D Denver Mint are visible beneath the date, while coins produced in Philadelphia bear no mint mark. In God We Trust appears above Lincoln's head, and Liberty is placed to the left of the portrait. The reverse of the 1982 Lincoln cent features the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. It replaced the wheat ears design in 1959. The denomination 1 cent is placed at the bottom, with United States of America at the top. Between these is the motto E Pluribus Unum. If you look closely, the statue of Abraham Lincoln is depicted inside the memorial. While the design remained the same, the real differences lie in the composition of the coin. Both copper and zinc cents were produced in the same year, and telling them apart requires either a scale, as copper pennies weigh 3.11 grams, while zinc pennies weigh 2.5 grams, or a close inspection of their minting details. Due to the multiple varieties of the 1982 Lincoln cent, the values can vary significantly. Here's a breakdown of the different coins from this year and what collectors look for. Most circulated 1982 Lincoln cents, especially the zinc varieties, are still only worth face value, as they are common in pocket change. However, it's important to separate the copper pennies from the zinc ones because the copper pennies have a higher intrinsic value due to their metal content. The copper versions of the 1982 Lincoln cent are particularly sought after because of their metal value. As of recent years, the melt value of the copper in a pre-1982 penny is around 2 to 3 cents, significantly higher than face value. While it's illegal to melt down pennies for their copper content, these coins still hold value for collectors who prefer copper over zinc. Coins that have been well preserved and are in uncirculated or mint state condition can be worth more. Depending on the variety, large date or small date, an uncirculated 1982 Lincoln cent can be worth anywhere from 1 to 10 in mint state 65 ms 65 condition. Higher grade coins, especially in MS 67 or MS 68, can fetch 50 tone. Of the most exciting aspects of the 1982 penny is the possibility of errors. With the transition to zinc, there were more chances for striking errors, such as off-center strikes or die breaks. Some error coins can be worth hundreds of dollars, depending on the severity of the error and the coin's condition. Among the 1982 varieties, one of the most sought-after coins is the 1982 D copper small date. It is extremely rare, as most of the Denver Mint's output in 1982 consisted of zinc coins. Only a handful of 1982 D copper small date pennies have been discovered, and they are worth thousands of dollars. For example, one of these rare coins sold for over $10,000 at auction. 1982 isn't just another year for the Lincoln cent. It's a year that marks a fundamental shift in U.S. coinage. The change from copper to zinc was driven by economics, but for collectors, it means there are multiple varieties to track down, including valuable rarities like the 1982 D copper small date. Finding a complete set of 1982 Lincoln cents in both compositions and date varieties is a challenging and rewarding pursuit. Beyond the technical details, the 1982 Lincoln cent is also a reminder of the ongoing changes in U.S. monetary policy and the way the mint adapted to economic pressures. The penny itself, often taken for granted, plays an integral role in the fabric of American history and commerce, and the changes made in 1982 reflect broader trends that continue to this day. If you have a jar of old pennies lying around, now might be the time to start checking for those 1982 varieties. Many people are unaware of the different types of pennies that were produced in 1982, and some rare varieties could be hiding in plain sight. Whether it's a copper penny that's worth more for its metal value or a rare small date variety that could fetch hundreds or thousands of dollars, 1982 pennies are definitely worth a second look. Even if you don't come across one of the rare varieties, holding on to your copper pennies from 1982 is a good idea, as their intrinsic value will likely increase over time. As the U.S. Mint continues to produce pennies with lower cost materials, the older, copper-rich pennies will only become more desirable to collectors and investors alike. To wrap it up, the 1982 Lincoln cent is one of the most interesting coins in American history. It's a year of transition, with both copper and zinc pennies produced, and it holds a variety of potential value, depending on the condition, variety, and errors. Whether you're new to collecting or a seasoned numismatist, understanding the intricacies of the 1982 penny can be a rewarding experience. If you enjoyed learning about the fascinating world of coin collecting, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on our future videos. Let us know in the comments if you found any 1982 Lincoln cents in your collection, or if there's another coin you'd like us to explore next. Happy collecting! Welcome, fellow coin collectors and history lovers. Today, we'll take a closer look at a coin that may seem common at first glance but holds a unique place in U.S. history: the 1994 Liberty 1-cent coin. What makes this particular penny special? Could it be worth more than just a cent? Join me as we unravel the full history, importance, and the potential value of this iconic coin. Before we dive into the specifics of the 1994 Liberty 1-cent coin, let's take a step back and look at the broader history of the U.S. 1-cent coin, commonly known as the penny. This iconic piece of currency traces its roots to 1793, when the first 1-cent coins were produced by the United States Mint. The design of the penny has evolved numerous times over the years. In 1909, to mark the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth, the U.S. Mint introduced the Lincoln cent, making it the first American coin to feature a president's likeness. The obverse of the coin, showcasing Lincoln's profile, became a timeless symbol of American history. The Lincoln cent's original reverse design featured wheat stalks, but in 1959, on the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, the reverse was changed to depict the Lincoln Memorial. This design, created by Frank Gasparo, remained on the penny until 2008, becoming one of the most recognized coin designs in the world. Now, let's focus on the year 1994, a pivotal time for the Lincoln Memorial Penny series. While 1994 may seem like an ordinary year, there are several key factors that make this particular penny interesting for collectors. In 1994, the U.S. Mint produced billions of pennies from both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. The Philadelphia minted coins bear no mint mark, while those produced in Denver carry the iconic D mint mark. Although the 1994 penny is not a rare coin by sheer numbers, over 13.4 billion pennies were struck in total, it remains highly sought after by collectors for its variations, mint errors, and high-grade examples. Now the big question on every collector's mind: what is the value of the 1994 Liberty 1-cent coin? For most, this penny may be worth its face value of just 1 cent. However, certain factors can increase its worth considerably. In circulated condition, the 1994 penny typically holds minimal value. However, uncirculated and mid-state coins can fetch higher prices. An uncirculated 1994 penny, especially those graded MS65 mint state 65 or higher, can range in value from 0.30 to 10 depending on its condition and luster. What really drives the value of the 1994 penny are rare mint errors and varieties. These include coins with doubling on the obverse, cracks, or off-center strikes. A 1994 penny with a double die error, where the design appears to be doubled, can significantly increase in value, sometimes fetching up to 50 or more, depending on the rarity and condition. Other mint errors, such as die cracks, where a flaw in the die causes an imperfection on the coin, or off-center strikes, where the coin's design is not perfectly aligned, can make an ordinary penny worth much more. These era coins can sell for anywhere from 5 to 100 or more, depending on their rarity. One of the most important factors in determining the value of any coin is its condition. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with MS-70 representing a perfect, flawless coin. While finding a 1994 penny in MS-70 condition is extremely rare, even coins in MS-65 or MS-66 can command a premium price. Circulated coins that have been exposed to the wear and tear of everyday use usually hold little value beyond their face amount. However, uncirculated coins, those that have been well preserved without entering circulation, can sell for several dollars. In mint-state condition, these pennies are sought after by collectors for their sharp details, clean surfaces, and brilliant luster. Even though the 1994 Liberty 1-cent coin is not considered rare by the numbers minted, it still holds a place of importance in the hearts of coin collectors. Completing a collection of Lincoln Memorial pennies, including those from 1994, is a goal for many collectors, and finding pristine or error-ridden examples from that year can be quite rewarding. For many, the 1994 penny is part of a broader journey to collect and preserve Lincoln cents, a series that stretches back more than a century. While not as rare as some earlier versions, the 1994 penny remains an essential piece of numismatic history. Looking to the future, the Lincoln cent remains a cornerstone of U.S. currency, but its legacy is continually evolving. With more than 110 years of history behind it, each penny carries with it the legacy of President Lincoln and the changing face of American coinage. Whether you're an avid collector or just getting started, finding a valuable 1994 penny is a small but exciting piece of that larger story. So, the next time you find a 1994 penny in your pocket change, take a closer look. You never know what hidden treasure might be there. From mint-state beauties to rare era coins, the 1994 Liberty 1-cent coin could be worth much more than a single cent. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more fascinating videos about coins, currency, and the history hidden in your pocket change. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy collecting. The 1994 Liberty 1-cent coin is part of the long-standing Lincoln Memorial Penny series, first introduced in 1909 and continuing until 2008. Over 13.4 billion pennies were minted in 1994, but despite the large mintage, certain varieties and conditions make it collectible. While most 1994 pennies are worth their face value, uncirculated and era coins can be worth between 0.30 and 100 or more, depending on condition and rarity. The 1994 penny is a key part of the Lincoln Memorial Penny series, and collectors prize high-grade examples or era coins. Welcome back to the channel, all you coin collectors and history enthusiasts. Today we are taking a closer look at a seemingly ordinary coin that has an extraordinary story behind it, the 1996 Lincoln Liberty 1-cent coin. We will be digging into its history, exploring its design features, and, most importantly, revealing its true value and how it could be worth far more than its face value of just 1 cent. If you're curious to know what makes the 1996 penny unique and why it's important for your coin collection, stay tuned because this is one episode you don't want to miss. The Lincoln cent has been a staple of American coinage for over a century, first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first time a U.S. president appeared on a circulating coin, and Lincoln's portrait has since become one of the most recognizable designs in U.S. currency. This iconic series has undergone a few changes over the years, but the 1996 penny remains part of a significant era in its evolution. By the time the 1996 Lincoln cent was minted, it had already been through some major transformations, most notably the change in composition that occurred in 1982. From its inception in 1909 until 1982, the penny was made primarily of 95% copper. However, due to the rising cost of copper, the U.S. Mint decided to switch to a zinc core coated in a thin layer of copper. The 1996 penny followed this modern composition, with 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating. While 1996 might not stand out as a landmark year in the history of the Lincoln cent, it holds its own significance for several reasons. 1. A period of stability in U.S. coinage. The 1990s were a time of relative consistency for U.S. coin designs. The Lincoln cent had retained the same core design for decades, symbolizing stability and continuity in American coinage. The 1996 penny is one of the last coins struck before the Lincoln Memorial reverse design was retired in 2008. 2. Economic context. The economy in the mid-1990s was booming, and pennies were being minted in large quantities to keep up with everyday transactions. Even though inflation had reduced the penny's purchasing power, it remained an important part of the U.S. monetary system, especially in pricing and commerce. 3. Minting at multiple locations. The 1996 Lincoln cent was minted at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, with the Denver minted coins bearing a D mintmark and the Philadelphia minted coins having no mintmark. The high mintage numbers in both facilities make the coin common in circulation, but as we'll see later, condition and specific errors can significantly increase their value. The obverse front of the 1996 Lincoln cent, like every Lincoln penny since 1909, features a right-facing profile of Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner. Lincoln's image serves as a reminder of his crucial role in American history, particularly during the Civil War and the abolition of slavery. The inscription above Lincoln's head reads, "In God We Trust," with the word liberty to his left and the year 1996 to his right. The reverse back of the coin features the Lincoln Memorial design by Frank Gasparo. This reverse design had been in use since 1959, replacing the earlier wheat ears design. The Lincoln Memorial serves as a tribute to both Lincoln's legacy and the nation's commitment to unity and equality. If you look closely at the center of the memorial on the coin, you can see a tiny depiction of Lincoln seated inside, mirroring the famous statue located in the actual memorial in Washington, D.C. The simplicity of the design belies the rich symbolism that these images carry. Lincoln stands for freedom, perseverance, and the strength of the American spirit, qualities that are still highly revered today. The 1996 Lincoln cent was produced in large quantities, with a total mintage of over 6 billion coins across both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. The exact numbers break down as follows. Philadelphia mint, approximately 6,609,190,000 pennies were struck without a mintmark. Denver mint, approximately 6,510,795,000 pennies were struck with the D mintmark. Given these astronomical mintage figures, the 1996 Lincoln cent is extremely common in circulation today. However, as is always the case with coins, rarity and value are closely tied to condition and varieties. Even a coin with a mintage in the billions can become highly valuable if it has specific qualities that set it apart from the rest. Even though the 1996 Lincoln cent may seem like a common coin, there are a few varieties and errors that can significantly increase its value to collectors. These are the types of coins you should be looking for. 1. 1996 Doubled Die Obverse DDO. Although no major doubled die varieties have been confirmed for the 1996 penny, collectors are always on the lookout for subtle doubling on the obverse of the coin. Any doubling on the lettering, Lincoln's profile, or the date could make the coin far more valuable. Even minor doubling can increase the value by several times its face value. 2. Off-center strikes. Off-center strike errors are caused when the planchet, the blank metal disc, is not properly aligned with the dies during minting. This results in a coin that is struck off-center, with part of the design missing. Off-center errors can be highly valuable, with the worth depending on how much of the design is affected. Coins that are off-center by 5% to 50% can fetch prices ranging from $20 to several $100 depending on condition and how much of the date is visible. 3. Die cracks and cuds. Over time, the dies used to strike coins can develop cracks or defects, which appear as raised lines or blobs of metal on the coin's surface. These errors are sought after by collectors and can add value to the coin. The larger or more noticeable the die crack or cud, the higher the potential value. 4. Clipped planchet. A clipped planchet occurs when a portion of the blank coin is missing before the coin is struck. This error can result in a coin with a curved clip along its edge. Clipped planchets are less common than other mint errors, making them highly collectible. Depending on the size and placement of the clip, a 1996 Lincoln cent with a clipped planchet could be worth anywhere from $50 to $200. Now, let's dive into the valuation of the 1996 Lincoln cent, one of the most critical aspects of this coin. The value of the 1996 penny varies depending on its condition and whether it has any errors or varieties. 1. Circulated coins. Most 1996 pennies found in circulation today are worth only their face value 1 cent. However, even these common coins are an important part of a collector's set, especially when trying to complete a full series of Lincoln cents. 2. Mint state examples. MS-66 and MS-67 coins that have never entered circulation and remain in pristine condition are classified as mint state MS. A 1996 penny in MS-66 grade can be worth around 5 to 10, while a coin graded MS-67 can be worth 50 to 100 or more. The higher the grade, the rarer the coin becomes, driving up its value. 3. Error coins. As mentioned earlier, error coins such as off-center strikes, clipped planchets, or die cracks can greatly increase the coin's value. For example, an off-center 1996 penny could be worth anywhere from 20 to 150 or more depending on the severity of the error and its condition. 4. Proof coins. While the 1996 Lincoln cent was not struck in proof at the Denver Mint, the San Francisco Mint produced proof versions of the coin for collectors. Proof coins are known for their mirror-like finishes and sharp details. A 1996 proof penny graded as PR69 Deep Cameo can fetch 20 to 50, with higher grades commanding even more. While the 1996 Lincoln cent may not be the rarest coin in circulation, it has long-term investment potential for several reasons. 1. High-grade coins. Over time, fewer and fewer 1996 pennies will remain in mint condition as coins naturally wear down in circulation. High-grade, uncirculated examples will become increasingly rare, driving up their value. 2. Error varieties. Error coins, especially those with significant flaws, will always be in demand among collectors. The rarity of certain errors makes them highly valuable, and their worth is likely to increase as fewer examples remain available. 3. Collectible status. The Lincoln cent is an enduring symbol of American history.